sorry guys. Yeah, this is the next stage I'm in. I have put a thin layer of primer over the model, and I use this version of Rust-Oleum, or the grey one, and now I have put all the body parts together that can be sprayed in one go, and that is the grill. That is part 102 on the E-sprue, that is this one, and the body, of course, that is number 69 in the kit, and mirrors, those are, I believe, part 130 and 132. And this little piece, you gotta, I call it the bumper part, but I don't know how you would call it, but it's number 108 from sprue A. Yeah, that are the pieces that has to be in one go. And of course, if I can manage to find my bottom, this part is separate, that is gonna be glued on the bottom, but that has to be painted too in the body color, so you wanna cut that out, and of course the hood. Yeah. So I have a less good primer on the bottom, not Rust-Oleum but another part, because you won't touch this that much. This is gonna be touched a lot, so I want the paint to keep in one place, so that's why I use Rust-Oleum. This is also a part, if you look back to the videos, and I will put up some pictures, but if you look back to the last video, this is one big part. You have to make sure you have glue between all the sides of it, you know, from the kit. And then if you start here, you glue it onto this part, under the mirror, and here you push it that way, and you push it good to the back. You gotta push it good to the back, to this side of the body, and then when you have that, you push it up, so that this side of this big part is gonna line up with this side of the body part. Otherwise, you keep seam lines. But what I do is afterwards, over here and over here, I did some Tamiya thin glue, this one. I did on the outside and let it dry a bit, of course, and then I sanded it. Before it is completely dry, I sanded it, so you use the glue as kind of filler, you know. I have done that with the second part on the side, that is the little part from the door. That is this piece. I believe you can tell here. It has gone from here and then to the side and then here. So that has been one part, you know. And yeah, okay. I will do it again. I believe I was out of picture. So that is what I have glued. And on the outside I did some Tamiya glue, and I can sand it smooth. Now you can see on this, you can't tell anymore exactly where the seam line was. So, and that is a nice given. This part, the grill, you can glue it here with Tamiya, but for these little points, this one on the other side, use super glue, because it will break on you all the time. And this part it's coming in. That is also a part you want to look at, to take out the box, so you can paint it in one go. This I did a piece of tape over here, paper tape, like painter's tape, for example. I did over here, and I take a pencil, or you can take a marker, and then you draw the outside on the paper. You can take the paper off and put it aside for later when you're going to assemble, because this is what you get with it. That is the propylene piece of plastic, and that is coming on there. And if you have a piece of tape, if you keep that and you do that, stick it on here later, you can use your scissors to follow the outlines of your drawing. And that is with this, and you need it with the second grill. I call it the second grill. I don't know how you gotta call it. This one at the front has to you gotta trace too, and then you gotta use the same propylene. That is what they call it over there. Well, and that is what I wanted to show you. Yeah, this is my last and next stage, and now I'm going further. I'm going to do a good coat of primer, and I will finish up some seam lines. I have done here too already, but I gotta do this side, I see. But if I have done that, I'm gonna do the final stage of primer, and then have something again for tomorrow, because all the gases have to be out of the primer, so otherwise you can paint it. You can, but it will be given a terrible effect. And afterwards I do always use this. This is from 3M. It is the grey version. You got red and you got green. I must dive under my bench. This is the version what I used. Yeah, but the grey version, that is what I use. Yeah, it says it in France and in Dutch and Russian, I guess, but it says it doesn't rust, and I know it doesn't state English on it, but I'm sure you got it everywhere, also in England, so and maybe in the States also, I guess. I'm gonna go over it. And if you have a crappy primer, it will come off. So if you use this and the primer comes off, well, strip the whole car because you're using a crappy primer. And because what this does is it smooths out the paint. It doesn't really hurt the paint, but it smooths out. So if you have a little bit of yeah, debris underneath in the paint, then you can scrub it away with this. Don't push too hard though. It is just for that it starts to shine. You know, it starts to shine. Then you know, hey, it's okay. One thing I did for I can show you. Everybody's human. So what I did is I sanded too much of this orange light from the blinker, you know, and the other side it's fine, that's the regular, but this one I used a little bit too much. I'm gonna look if I have spare parts, and then I'm gonna drill a hole and put a clear spare part in it. That's my thing, what I'm gonna do. And I think I'm gonna use Tamiya putty for this, to fill this up, because at a real car this is closed. So this piece. So yeah, well, I hope there's enough info for you if you follow my build. What I wanted to go back on is I said there was a lot of flash underneath this, so I did do a lot of sanding, and you can better don't do that, because later on I didn't knew that, I didn't read my manual carefully enough. But later on this is going to be like this underneath it, and then you have to put the polypropylene, glue it on here, and on the outside actually of what I thought it was flash, you know, what I thought this was flash, but I'm gonna glue it anyway on here because there is a line for it, and then I glue it at the back so it can be solved, and I think it will look better. Yeah, by mistake, but okay. That is what I want to say about my last video. So I'm gonna continue. I'm talking too long now. It's almost 10 minutes again. But for everyone who wants to follow and who can read my handwriting, I see, you can see which part you want to look for, except the door, the two door parts aren't in here. So that's what you extra want to look for. Those are coming in one go. So I want to say thank you. Sorry for sitting behind the camera. Thank you for subscribing and commenting, and stay safe. Keep the glue on the sprue. Bye.